So, uh, I think we kind of went over just about everything. Do you guys? Well, we'll just kick right into the story because you guys will get to know each other, your playstyle a little bit more along the way. So, as is so often the case for adventurers, you are at a tavern and you are here to meet your contact, who I am moving into the camera now. This is just me giving you guys an excuse to see another 3D model. But there is a goblin. He's got a very steampunk vibe to him because one of his arms is actually just a collection of bars and gears where he's obviously replaced it real cheap. This is Bugger. You are here to meet him today because he's contacted you for a job. And let me bring myself back up to. Okay. So, yeah. Okay. Glad you're here. All right. Couple of things. One, I really need you to get back something that was stolen from me. And two, don't tell Tink I lost it. That's sort of the most important part. If you tell Tink I'm going to get killed and then you won't get any money. But if you get the thing back, well, then I don't get killed and I'll replace any body parts you lose with better parts. They'll have flamethrowers built into them.
Better parts?
Yeah.
Replace
You
parts?
mean like the ones you got now?
Yeah, much better. Like, think about it. You can have a foot with a flamethrower, and you'll be able to fly for a little bit.
Yeah, for a little bit.
Yeah.
Till you land.
Well,
And
the explosion will probably take care of most of that for you. But
yeah, it's kind of what I was thinking. Who exactly is Tink, by the way?
oh, Tink, she's my business partner. She runs Tink's Constructs, and well, she's an orc. And if she finds out that I lost the Owlbear Golem 5000, she's not gonna be happy with me.
Okay.
How did he
So
lose it?
who stole the owlbear?
Oh, well, see, the thing is, I had this little side bet going with with a kobold about who was the better inventor, and well, when we were showing off our things, he threw hornets at me and he stole the Owlbear Golem 5000.
So you were showing your thing to a kobold,
Uh huh.
and a kobold stole the owlbear golem 5000.
Yes, but
Which
And
is weird because
he didn't
hornets are
take the
always very
control
nice to
rod,
me.
which he hands you basically an iron bar with several runes carved into it. If you have this, it will probably follow you home.
Probably. Can we
Keyword.
focus on that word a little bit?
Oh, yeah. I mean, if it doesn't, you can also throw food at it, or you can be the food. In which case, I'll replace your arm later.
What other food besides my body parts does this owlbear want?
Probably whatever an owlbear would have originally eaten. I used an owlbear for most of the golem.
Most.
Yes, most. I had to replace some parts, like the
Does
beak.
it have a flamethrower?
Not
is a good
yet,
question.
but that's an awesome idea.
Maybe
That'll
don't
go
do
in
the
the 6000
flamethrower.
model.
Where exactly do we find Tink in the stolen owlbear?
Oh, no, you don't find Tink. You don't find Tink. You leave Tink out of this.
The cobalt in the stolen
The
owlbear.
kobolds. Oh, he has a quick map to the park where, and you basically you just follow this path. You find them. You don't have to kill them. Like for the guards, you don't have to kill them. But yeah, just whatever happens.
Right.
Mistakes can be made.
Seems a bit dodgy. Like he seems pretty dodgy.
Just a little bit dodgy to you?
Yeah, it seems a little dodgy.
It seems a lot dodgy.
Go kill this guy. Don't tell
Just
anyone.
out of curiosity,
Don't tell us.
how much are we getting paid to get this? Well, I mean, let's talk fee here.
Okay, well, I mean, it's going to depend a little bit on the condition. If the owlbear is in perfect functioning order, I'll give you 100 gold. And if it's still in good, if it's in good condition, I'll also throw in a couple of my inventions that didn't sell very well. They're mostly functional. And then the price goes down if the owlbear is in non-functional mode.
So let's see. You'll give us 100 gold if we bring back a fully functioning owlbear.
Yep.
I wonder what
Each.
Tink would give us if we let her know that you lost her owlbear.
She's going to hit me with a wrench.
Right, you're going to get hit with a wrench, but I'm sure she'd reward us for our trouble, and we don't have to face an ugly owlbear or a kobold.
Yeah, no, she's just going to come hit me with a wrench.
Well, still, that might be entertaining in and of itself. We could sell tickets to the site and make a little dough off that.
Okay, I'm just going to have to hire some other adventurers then because, send Tinko a note about lying tieflings.
Well, of course, you'd hire another adventurer, but you'd still get hit with a wrench. Because if you hire other adventurers, we're definitely going to go tell Tink.
Well, that's
So
all
I
I've
think-
got to offer you.
I
I
think we
can
should
I
talk
can
100.
upgrade some parts for you now.
No,
He
we
pulls
don't
out a
want-
rusty saw.
Yeah, no, we're okay without the parts. I think we're talking a little more gold than that, though. You're gonna have to make this a little more worth its while, or we could do away with this whole damage concept of the owlbear. It's 100 gold flat, whether it's damaged or not damaged.
Well, I mean, if it walks back under his own power and I don't have to rebuild it, that's going to save me a lot of time.
Yeah, but here's the thing: we're gonna have to go and get it, and then we got to keep our mouths shut, not tell Tink about the whole thing. And look at it this way: isn't time a better thing to lose than being hit with a wrench and killed by Tink?
Give me a persuasion roll. Because your logic is sound, but this is a guy who puts flamethrowers into arms, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's not the most sensible guy.
Yeah, there's that.
What I end up with?
All right. Do you have any bonuses for that?
I've got charisma.
Oh.
I have pretty decent charisma.
Yeah, so that should be at least a +4.
Charisma out the butt.
I think you can actually click on the skill itself.
Can you really?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes. So if you go to the skill tab, you can actually click it.
Yes.
Yeah.
On the stats tab?
Yes, on the skills tab. So like next to the
Oh, there we
stats,
go.
the lock. Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, +6 to deception. Intimidation +6. Well, I was being more
This-
persuasive than,
I'm going to say this definitely bordered on intimidation if you want to include that.
well, intimidation. I get a plus.
The roll was pretty close anyway. All right, 13. All right, look. If it walks in under its own power, I will throw in a couple of lesser enchanted blades for you. They don't have, it won't be the killamajig. It won't have any moving parts, but it won't need to be sharpened, and that's worth quite a bit.
What do you say, boys?
I'm kind of interested in this Killamajig weapon.
Oh,
No.
that is really cool. Tink won't let me sell it until it doesn't chop off your own arm.
All right,
But
now I'm
that's
interested in
that's
that.
just her little safety thing.
But you said you'd replace our arms.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I can put a killamajig in your arm.
What would it
Well,
chop
then-
off instead then?
Other
That
people's
sounds-
arms.
Okay.
That was sort of the initial plan. Maybe your head if you forget, but just make sure you don't put it near your head.
I need both my hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was
I
gonna
mean,
say,
I'm
it's hard to play music with no hand.
Yeah.
I'm in for some enchanted blades, I have to say.
100 gold's not bad.
I got another bear going other than sitting around this bar with you guys. So what the hey?
All right
Albert
then.
is,
We're in.
All right. So
Also, just a side note, could you point the direction where Tink is, just out of curiosity?
give me another persuasion check. At disadvantage, because you've already threatened them.
Okay. Let me.
I don't
roll
think it's
that
going
one
to get
real
much
quick.
lower
was
than
a
that.
joke.
I
Yeah.
don't think it'll get lower than a 7, but
No,
hey,
we're gonna
We're gonna find out.
We're about to
Yeah.
find out.
Oh, it was
Where
close.
exactly are we bringing this owlbear? Not back to this bar, clearly.
No. He'll have a warehouse that he'll meet you at, and he's marked that on the map as well. He's like, I think we'll let you meet Tink when the owlbear is safely in my possession and nobody can threaten anybody except for the one that controls the owlbear. I'm going to want the key back too.
Rod, don't we?
Yeah, I'm going to want that back with the owlbear. That is definitely part of the deal.
Okay. Do you guys want to hold the key or you want me to hold the key?
I'm flexible. I don't need to hold the key.
He will tell you that animal hand.
I'm not so certain.
It gives a the way he describes it. It gives a bonus to animal handling. So, whoever has the best animal handling should probably.
I'm going with the guy with the green mustache.
It has to be the druid.
I deal with animals sometimes,
Yeah, it has
outdoors.
To be the druid.
Yeah.
Druid it is.
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll let you know exactly how that affects you when you, if you make it to the owlbear.
Great.
So, unless there's something else you guys want to do before you head out?
Potions. Do you have potions by any chance?
I don't have any with me. I left them all back at the, and most of my potions are of the flammable variety. I am working on a new transportation system, and that's all I can say about it right now.
Just working on big stuff.
Just big things going for
Got a few things going.
Your call.
Yeah, big stuff. See, and he has a diagram. Basically, he takes a lot of gunpowder, puts it on the ground, puts a shield on it, and lights it.
Nothing could ever go wrong with that.
Exactly.
I believe in you.
That's what I keep trying to tell Tink, but she doesn't want to listen. But on that note, if y'all are ready to head out, I will bring us up to the 3D map. And you would be starting off if I can. All right. So yeah, where I've got the map kind of centered, if y'all can see that, that is where you would be entering into the forest from. It's basically, a nice straight path, well, a winding path, but a nice clear path.
Would I have been here before?
As a druid, almost certainly.
Okay, great.
I assume that you, I guess all druids are different, but with the flowered hairband, I'm guessing you are definitely more of a sleeping outdoors type of druid.
Yeah, definitely, I think
yeah, you hang out here all the time.
Armor is a little like mossy. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great. I'll probably take the lead. Would we know which way we would be heading?
Yeah, basically just walking along the path. I'm trying to remember if there was I do remember there was supposed to have been, when they were showing it to me, they could do, like line of sight and everything on the maps. I'm not seeing that under my options. I've got notes here. So let me... I'm going to try and bring a sword in as an item that I can kind of point with. And, oh, there goes my zoom. Okay. This is a very big map.
Yeah, clearly.
Yeah.
Okay. But you'd be over here on this pathway here, and okay, I think items goes on a character. So I'll have to bring in somebody just to be an example at the moment.
Just an idea.
Okay, yeah. So, if you can see this big guy in the map,
yep,
that is where you're starting out.
Right.
And it's just a simple stroll through the woods.
Along the path.
Yes.
So
okay, guys, come this way. I literally was just here a few days ago. I slept under that tree. So it should be pretty easy to find where we need to go.
Yeah, you need a new decorator here. All right, so we're gonna just follow this path to its end.
Yep.
I'd like
Any
to like
wildlife that we notice? Anything?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, for one thing, you can bring your characters in, and anything that you can actually see inside of the map,
Okay, how do we bring our character?
How do we? Yeah,
the same way
think-
you just did on the boat.
I didn't do it.
we didn't do
I
it.
think
Oh,
you have to do
You know,
immersive.
I keep forgetting that I have to be on all for that. My bad,
Yeah.
guys.
It's like I'm like, I'm
Okay.
trying, sir. I'm trying. Wait,
Yeah,
what's this level button? If we hit that like 19 times, did we level up?
Yeah, I believe that's exactly how it works. Okay, so it should have dropped you all in, but I don't know where it dropped you in.
It dropped us on the complete opposite side.
Okay, you
Oh,
know
no,
what? Then
actually, no,
that's
it's
where
right
you
here.
start. If you're on the opposite side, that's
We're
where you
like
start.
right here.
It dropped us like in the middle.
Okay.
It dropped us
then.
at like the first bend.
Ah, I see.
No idea.
Oh, I can move you around. So just 1 second. Nice. I have all the control.
Oh, the power.
Oh.
And that's actually the best way to describe DMing.
Okay.
All of the
Apparently,
power,
it brought
just no
in
control.
several. So I'm just gonna move everybody over here, and
That's a big party suddenly.
yeah.
I think I'm still over here.
Did I miss you?
Yeah, I haven't. I don't
Uh,
think I've moved.
I
yet.
don't have as much flexibility in how I turn, so I can't see where you are.
I also can't control myself. I can't get. Oh, here I am.
Oh,
I
okay.
found me. There's
Okay.
somebody still in the middle though, so I don't know.
Yeah. But yeah, you can walk along the path. Anything you can see from the path.
How do
Although
you
also,
turn
you know,
again?
how do you turn?
Hold down Control and then use your scroll wheel.
But yeah, you can just walk
Yeah, we're
straight
kinda-
through the
that's-
woods.
In and out.
Don't mind me just walking down a path. Oh, look at these mushrooms.
I
Alright.
kind of just like run up behind you and tap you on the shoulder. But would this be a bad time to tell you I hate trees? And I just kind of like wander off away from the trees. Like,
I kind of just sigh deeply, just like a.
just kind of like,
Okay. Now I got it.
Yeah, you know, I mean, obviously, any checks you guys want to make,
I'd
anything
like
you
to
want to
do
try.
a perception check to see if we're not being followed or something like that.
Okay, sure.
Oh, I should have. Oh, man.
Oh.
So close to that
was
one.
so close.
Very close.
So close.
From right there, nope. You don't see anybody following you. It's just a nice, normal, completely uncreepy wooded area. And there was a rabbit that was giving you a menacing look, but he finally walked off.
That would have probably startled the shit out of me.
I say that because I got rabbits around my house, and if they're across the yard, they'll just stare at you. I guess
They're
they're getting a little
taunting
too
you.
used to me. Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, hey, also, guys, my name is Shivlock. I don't think we've got each other's names.
Oh no, we did not. Everybody introduce yourselves.
Oh, by the way, hi everybody. I'm Bal Asbjorn, but you can call me Bal. You can call me Asbjorn, Bjorn, whatever you want. Most people don't call me.
Tellurian. I'm Tellurian, so it's a little easier. Just call me Tal.
Tal and Ball. All right, and Shiv, look at that. Now we aren't strangers anymore.
Nice.
Talbal Shiv.
So,
Are we all kind of in the same spot?
I think so.
yes, I think you all are all now in the same spot. You know,
All right,
Yeah,
so
I know each
I'm
other on the
probably
walk.
behind.
there's
I'm
nothing unusual, nothing that we notice on this path as we go down, other than the bunny rabbits and the the squirrels, tree rats, and friends have been sleeping with Val out here in the woods.
I mean, if you want to make your own perception check, his 12 didn't pull up anything.
I'll go ahead and make a perception check.
Okay.
Let's go. Let's see.
Well, it was a natural 1.
You don't see.
I just found these mushrooms and I'm just really into them.
Yeah. Like,
What?
hey, you can stir fry these things and they taste just like chicken.
God's favorite.
No, I'm going to say right now, you guys don't, the only thing you notice is what you can see on the map from here. And so,
That could be good, could be bad.
just sort of tell me how you guys, what's your marching order? Are you guys, conversating on your way?
I
I
think
think
so.
we're being cognizant of the surroundings. We're probably not making any more noise than we have to.
Okay.
I would guess Val's in the lead because he knows this area. We have
Yeah.
no clue. The closest I've been here is the pub that we just
And I
left.
usually take it in the take up the rear. Yeah. Well.
Phrasing.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's. Yeah.
I'm probably not being the most careful that I could be because I'm just like, oh yeah, this is my shit. I'm here all the time.
He's just
I'm just comfy.
nonchalantly just like, hey, yo,
Yeah.
what's up? Who's
Nature,
next?
that's my thing.
Exactly. Well, you guys make it a little ways more. Ball, you are just finding all of the best edible stuff. Take that as you will.
Oh, I certainly.
So I will say, what is everybody's passive perception? Because
Ooh, my passive is 12.
12.
Yeah, my passive's 11.
Okay. So at this point, you've probably been ignoring some of the rustling sounds, but as you make your way up, you have been heard. Because these guys, they were attempting to be slightly stealthy, but they heard you coming, and they started rushing out from their camp. And if anybody speaks Draconic, you'll catch on to what they're saying. But finally, one of them will step forward and say, "Stop there, people." What's the word again? Humans. This is our territory.
Do we look human?
Oh, I need to catch up a little bit.
We've all got horns. Where's the humans?
He starts to scratch his head like, what's the word again? They keep saying a Draconic word, and it's like, it's close enough.
We're kobolds, but taller.
Make a deception check.
Yes, I'm so ready for this. Okay, deception, don't fail me now.
I was like, we're basically fancy dragons. Like,
Oh, I so wanted that 20.
I did too. Why am I rolling a 7?
Oh, yeah? Well, then. And he says some more words in Draconic.
Yeah, it would probably help that argument if we spoke Draconic, Shiv.
I don't even know what languages I speak.
Let's
Not
see.
Draconic.
Usually you get a common and infernal as a tiefling.
Yeah.
Yeah, not Draconic. How's that?
He's like,
Bards may have a choice. I don't know.
I probably have a few more. But
Yeah, I want to I gotta check. I'm not sure if bards get extra stuff.
yeah, that's one thing. You can't see your languages on your character sheet. Okay.
I'll tell you what, we'll do something else. I will say that you can roll an intelligence check, and if you get high enough, we'll just say that one of your languages is Draconic.
Oh,
That's fair enough.
Because I love the idea of trying to trick these guys, and
I can't roll above it. Okay. Okay. Well, there we go. Well,
okay.
So we're getting tricked, and it's not them, Shiv.
So
I can
whatever
try an
it is you
intelligence
just
roll,
said back
but-
to them has highly infuriated them. It's like, you can't say that about my grandsire's sire.
What's draconic for grandmother again?
It is whatever word he just said, and whatever two words he just said. One of them was grandmother, and the other one was very a very rude, anatomically impossible thing. But now that you've annoyed them, they are attacking. So everybody roll initiative for me.
Oh God.
Let's see. Where do we roll initiative?
Oh my God.
Four.
Can I roll above like 10?
All right.
Eventually, it'll happen. I promise it'll happen.
13.
Okay, so who was the highest there?
I had a 13.
Okay, balls first.
Balls first.
I'm probably last unless someone
Yeah.
rolled a nat 1.
I had a
Man,
4,
you are
right?
really getting those crumbling dice today.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm not last. Ha!
Yeah, I don't think I'm. I don't think I'm first.
Do we get dex benefit for initiative, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Plus 3. So I've got 16.
Okay.
Yeah, if you hit the initiative thing on the thing, it rolls it automatically as well.
Where is
All
the
right.
initiative?
Go ahead and roll
Under-
that,
Under stats.
and we'll do
On
it.
stats. Yeah.
Under
Yeah.
stats, but under skills.
Yeah, I got a 5. I'm going last.
Yeah, stats. And then it's like right below your AC.
Oh, that was
Oh,
so
almost
close
had
to
it.
a 20.
It's
Okay,
pretty much
so let me
still first.
All right.
let me take these in again. All right. I was like, Tal is first, and Shiv, what was yours?
6.
6. Okay. So then it'll be Tal,
So
the
that-
kobolds, then Ball and Shiv.
I think Shiv's before me.
Yeah, it's Tal, Kobolds,
Oh.
me, then Ball.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, one thing I would like is if the numbers stayed up just a little bit longer because I am not a fast math thinker.
If
It's
you
in
go,
the
you
info
can,
tab.
yeah, info tab has them all.
Oh, okay. Oh,
If
good
you
to
press
know.
the little scroll, yeah, it shows you what was rolled.
Ah, yeah. Okay, so my apologies, Kenneth. It's just me trying to remember all the different windows I need to go through. That's
No, we're figuring them out too. It's cool.
all right. Well, thank you. All right, so Tal, you have a handful of kobolds in front of you. One of them has a skunk on his back. What do you want to do?
One of them has a skunk on his back.
Yes, he's got a skunk in a cage. He's the one that was just talking and who Tal insulted the grandmother of.
I thought she was someone I dated once. What can I say? Let's go ahead and Eldritch Blast a little.
Okay, roll that.
All right, now which one of these buttons is for rolling your to hit?
Should be under actions, and you should be able to click
The spell,
click it.
and then just the cantrip.
Yeah, it should be like 1A, like the 1A button. I haven't tested this theory, but
I think it's the +4 next to it.
yeah.
that's the damage button.
Yeah, that would have been damage.
I got
The
it.
+4.
Okay.
1.
So, my
Set.
God.
So, yeah, you shoot, but you shoot well over his head.
It was a warning shot. Don't make me hit you guys.
And he just starts laughing and says, "We don't have to worry about them. Take their stuff, guys." And the two smaller kobolds are going to go running after you. And well, I mean, they're going for Tal because obvious reasons. So let me roll their attacks right quick. Tal, what is your AC? Oh, I got it right there, 14. Okay, only one of these attacks is going to hit you.
Yeah.
So the kobold is going to run up and he's going to stab you with his dagger. You're going to take. Let me just roll all of these because you take 3 piercing damage.
Ow. Ouch.
And yeah, the other one is going to miss. And we're going to have the other guy hold his action until the end of the turn. So that means, Shiv, you are up.
Oh, yay. Look at that there, guys. That's the bad idea. I'm gonna do vicious mockery on the one that attacked Tao.
Okay.
Is he the one that's got the skunk on his head?
No, he's the one that's holding back. He's going to save his attack for later.
Oh, I want a skunk. I want a vicious mockery, the skunk guy.
Okay, go for the skunk guy.
Yes.
All right, that
Yes.
is a saving roll for him.
Yes. Wisdom.
Okay. And what does he need to beat?
13.
13? Got 17 on the die.
Well, that's awkward.
Just let me double check that he doesn't have. Okay, even with his negative, that would still be a 15. So
That's awkward. All right.
he's like, you don't even speak the proper tongue. You can't insult me, you
Yeah, that's
you
pretty much
horned
what he said.
human.
You can't insult me if I don't understand you.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's all I can do. Wait, that was a cantrip. Yeah, that was action. I don't have any. Yeah, that's it.
All right, Ball, it is your turn.
I feel like something clicks in Ball for some reason, and so I'm gonna bonus action cast Shillelagh
Okay.
as a cantrip, and then I would love to run at whichever one is closest to me with my scimitar.
Okay. That's probably going to be the one that attacked Tall earlier, because he's going to be right up there next to you.
Oh,
Great.
whack this little thing.
Oh, and we
One
control
bonus
our own
action
HP
touch.
as well. What's that?
Do what?
Yeah.
I can use my spellcasting ability instead of strength for the attack and damage rolls.
Okay.
Cool.
So if you just need to roll the
So-
d20 and do the math, go right ahead.
Great. My spellcasting ability is Wisdom. Okay, cool.
Alright.
So I'm just going to roll a d20.
And you can add the modifier.
Oh, already did it.
No worries.
Oh,
Jesus.
okay.
7, that'd be +2.
So 9.
Okay, a 9 is not enough to hit him.
Oh,
All right, so the other guy is the one with the skunk on his back is going to. Let me find. Oh yeah, he takes the skunk, the cage off, and points the skunk at everybody, and just starts laughing. I need everybody to make a con save, including the kobolds near you. They did surprisingly well.
It's a good thing they did because it doesn't look like we are. Like
I got an
Okay.
18.
I got
Yeah, he
an
did really
11.
well.
I got an 11.
13.
Okay. You know what? I'm going to do one thing here just for fun for me. You know what? Let me use the digital die because I just won't.
I like that save.
Okay. So I need to do another roll, and then I will explain why.
Okay.
The skunk just sprayed all of them.
So he was so absolutely angry he didn't account for the wind, and you're all safe because the skunk spray just kind of got blown right back at him, and he now has to run out of his own cloud of musk.
Oh, God.
So he is currently over here like, you dang it, Stinky, you're supposed oh, wrong end. Ball, it is your turn again.
I think it's Tau, right? Or is it?
It's Taos.
Oh, yeah, Towel. Sorry, I've got
Oh, yeah,
I've got where I
Towel.
wrote you all the first time.
You're
Yeah,
all right.
Bell Tau.
I am
That
bad
was
with
real-
names, fictional.
Is getting blasted again,
Oh, okay.
and this time.
Oh,
there we
got
go.
him.
This time
that
you need
time.
more.
Yes.
All right.
Stuck me, you little rat.
26. Yeah, roll that damage and roll the dice twice.
There's 9 and 5. 14.
Okay, yeah. Tell me what does your blast look like when it comes out all super powered?
Oh, it's black and crackling and streaking. It's that kind of eldritch energy.
All right, so this guy, he's still yelling at his skunk because clearly it was the skunk's fault. And then all of a sudden he looks up like, huh? And this black crackling force of power just hits him right in the face and knocks him out. Takes him off his feet. He goes flying back to the bushes. And
Excellent.
I'm just going to make a roll for the other two. One of them sees this, and he's just like, "Uh-oh." He's going to tear off that way. The other one, who is attacking Tal, is thinking to himself, no, he ain't going to be able to do that a second time. And he rolls a 15 to stab you again.
Ouch.
Oh, and this time it's going to be 6 points of piercing damage.
Down to 1.
Yeah.
Oh, I am sorry. Okay. That means Shiv, it is your turn.
All right, I will kind of I'm close enough to Tal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna cure wounds.
Okay.
Yes,
Yay.
I think I do that.
No, I think it's a 1d10.
Whatever the spell
Yeah,
is.
I was like, what the heck?
You don't have to roll to hit for it.
Yeah, I was like, why did it give me the option to roll to hit for it? I was like, that's weird.
That's for the really hardcore rule set.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You
Then
got to
I just
roll to
need
hit
to-
for your spell.
So it's cure wounds is what is it again?
Is it D8?
That sounds
If you
right.
click on that question mark, yeah,
Yeah,
it
it
says
should
1d8
tell you on the question
with your
mark.
casting ability.
So 1d8 plus my spell casting.
Yeah, whatever your modifier is.
Bard's spell casting abilities are charisma, right?
Yes.
Or does that show? Okay. So it's D8 plus 5. Oh, that's easy. Here we go. You should be full health unless I roll. Oh,
Oh,
you're
wow.
good.
There we go.
Yeah.
Nice.
So I just like kind of touch them in
Yeah.
a weird way.
Ooh.
And it's like, here, feel better, buddy.
Specifically in a weird way.
Specifically
I-
weird way.
I was just going to imagine that, it's like, brushing off a little bit of dust. Like, you're fine, you're fine.
I'm going to give him the good game butt slap because,
I feel healed and violated all at the same time.
yes, good job. You're doing good. And it's like, give him the good game butt slap. Good job.
job. Ball, it is your turn. You have the one guy still there.
Awesome. You know what? It's revolutionary. I'm gonna cast Shillelagh and then try and attack him with my scimitar. again.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and do that the right way this time. Cool. So a d20 plus the 2 modifier. Does an
Okay.
11 hit?
Oh, yes, it does.
Oh, good God. Wonderful. And then the scimitar is 1d6 damage. Cool. So
All right.
1d6 plus 2 then, because the shillelagh. Yeah, I can use my
Okay.
spellcasting modifier for damage.
Okay.
Five.
Oh, so you crack him on the head, and you can almost hear the birds as his eyes roll up in his head, and he falls over because 5 is exactly what his health is.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay, excuse me, guys. I go over and take his pointy little dagger and stab him about 10 times. Take that, you little rat.
Oh, okay, yeah. You now have a cheap dagger, and he is got lots of little holes in him.
A little pin cushion.
Oh,
And so I'm gonna. We should search their little bodies just to make sure they don't have any gold or any cash on them. They're not gonna have gold, but they'll have silver, copper, something.
Yeah,
Well,
sure.
there's still that one with the skunk.
Isn't the skunk guy still there?
Oh,
Oh, no,
he's
black
knocked out. He's actually like behind. He got thrown into these bushes and he hasn't moved since.
Oh,
Oh,
okay, okay.
great.
Okay.
Hey,
Then,
There's
yeah.
just I would just have to delete them, and I just wanted to leave them there for reference.
Okay, okay.
Now the one ran away.
Yeah, you can chase after him if you want.
We chase after him if we want. I think there's a bounty on cobalt robbers.
I don't know, but you could always test how far that Eldritch Blast
Yeah, we'll
goes.
collect some ears.
So
Bag-
yeah, for I'm sorry, I'm still just enjoying the map because you actually do have a clear line of sight to the one running
Yeah.
away. But
Oh,
for
Yeah,
Yeah,
Right.
it's
Yeah,
like right
and
there.
that's why I like the 3D map so much, is because you could actually line something up. But for checking what they have on them, give me some investigation rolls real quick.
I would love to investigate Mr. Skunk Guy
Okay.
and release the skunk back to nature.
All right.
Yeah, avoid the skunk. 11.
11.
Oh, I'm gonna
That's
roll
an
so bad.
investigation roll.
Yes.
Yeah.
Great. I have a -1 in investigation.
I'm gonna roll so bad. I don't want to.
Not
Okay,
bad.
14.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just kind of in myself. There's too many trees for me to focus on anything
Yeah.
but myself
All right.
right now.
So
You just watch Tal just go.
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm just confused.
Yeah, after Tal gets done venting a lot of rage, he will find he'll find a bag that has 2 silver and 2 copper in it. And Ball, when you go over to check the other one, he's got a collection of oddball things on him. There's a skunk who you can release. There was also a bag that when you listen to it, you can actually hear the buzzing. Apparently, he had some wasp in there or something.
Hornets.
His stick has a scorpion tied to it.
I'm so glad I misheard that, Captain, in my head. I was like, what?
Yeah. And he also has 1 vial of alchemist fire.
Okay.
Oh, and he also has a vial of acid, apparently. So, yeah, he had a lot of things to collect on him, actually.
Fucked. Yeah, stick with a scorpion on it.
Now they had a little camp down there.
Yes.
Should we backtrack down to their little camp and see if there's anything in their camp?
We could
Ooh.
definitely do that.
So we will wander down to their little camp.
Okay. Yeah, the camp has, well, to call it food is sort of like saying that they were boiling up various bugs and things like that into a nice stew.
Bugs do yum.
So yeah, for them, grubs and insects are a nice little meal, but everything else was just sort of standard fare for setting up a camp for beings of their size.
I put myself in the camp. Makes sense.
So nothing in particular in the camp. Then we don't see any anything hidden around. Or...
No, it was space out for more than just 3 kobolds. So
Right. So it looks like there might have been more here.
Yes.
In hindsight, we probably should have taken one alive to question.
We can always go grab the one who was running away.
Yeah, let's go track the one that ran.
You can still check the one that you hit with the Eldritch Blast. Maybe he's just knocked out.
Oh, true.
Ooh, I'm a very scary person. You want me to?
Sure, why not?
Yeah, let's do a quick medicine check to see if he's alive or not.
All right, all right. Here we go. Here we go. Why am I not surprised? I'm just not rolling.
No, your rolls are not fantastic, but
Now we're not doing well here. Now he's got
so Tal, you're pretty sure that he's just knocked out, probably concussed, but he does seem to be breathing. He might wake up in a few hours if you want to take a break.
What do you think, guys?
Then again, you hit him really hard. Maybe he won't wake up.
What do you want to do?
Hmm.
Track down the one that ran away. Because if he ran away, he ran to someplace.
Can I cast Druidcraft and just make a small rain cloud over the knocked out one?
Yes, you can. I like that.
just try and waterboard him awake, I guess.
While he's doing
Tie
that,
him up first and get him upside down before you do it.
Okay.
Okay.
We're gonna waterboard him. Let's do it right.
Okay, so we're definitely getting into some cruel and unusual areas here, but
Yeah, just a little water, to try and wake him up.
okay.
Rain, never heard it.
This is how he casts spells, apparently.
Trying to help him grow.
All right,
I would like to cast Mage Hand and tickle him with it.
all
while
right,
he's
first,
getting
waterboarding
I
and
want
tickling.
Tal to give me a dexterity check for how good his knots are. And that is just to give me something to roll against if he wakes up. Although with all this,
I don't think he wants to wake up.
Who's rolling for their knots?
I figure you were because they're both casting spells.
I
So
know. Use one at D20. Dexterity.
yes,
17.
okay. So yeah, you tie a really tight knot, and eventually he does start to come through, come to. He's spitting water out. He's trying to spit it at Shiv,
Of course.
but you're only using a mage hand, so you're not actually that close to him.
He has no idea what's tickling him.
He's
Yeah.
just seeing tickle.
He is wet and being tickled.
Yeah.
That is what he knows.
So he's squirming, but he can't get out of the knots.
It's really just not your day, pal, is it?
I will have your heads for this. Stop that. And do you have any idea who I am?
Tickle him some more.
Stinky, get him. And he tries to look around for the cage. Stinky,
Stinky's gone.
what did you do to Stinky, you animals?
He's in your bug stew.
Stinky,
And you're
save me
about
some
to-
of that.
You're about to be in your bug stew in a second. So, we're looking for an owlbear golem 5000, and you guys have it.
No, I don't.
Look,
I'd
no
like to make an
bottom
insight
line,
check on that.
do something creative with that alchemist fire. Remember this little potion of fire? Now, you've had rain and tickling. I'm pretty sure we can put this somewhere really anatomically interesting while you're tied up.
Give
I
me
know
an
all
intimidation
about
at
this word.
advantage.
We also have the scorpion.
Oh, a scorpion and alchemist fire and poison. 14.
You have advantage. You could roll higher.
You want me to roll again?
Go for it. You never know. 15.
15.
Oh, yeah.
And considering that his deception was a 1, he's like,
Perfect.
okay, the A team has it, and they're right up there, and you're not going to be able to beat them, so just turn around now and let me loose before you leave, and don't uncork anything.
Why wouldn't we be able to beat them?
Well, because they have the A armor,
Right.
and you're not going to be able to beat that. Like,
What's the
I mean,
awe?
it's the anti-adventuring armor. Ah,
Anti-adventuring armor. Ah.
yeah.
Who created that exactly?
I mean, I wasn't on the team, but I'm like next up to join the team if something happens to one of them.
Right. So you're on the B team, basically.
Look, all right, we all have to do some important work, and just because I don't get to be in the awe armor, which wait a minute,
But
that's sort of
if
redundant.
we-
Just because I'm not on the awe team doesn't mean that I'm not an important part of the clan.
Right. We get that.
Tal, do you want to stab him 10 times, or is it only already dead?
I'd like
things?
to, but
His eyes go wide at
anything more
that.
useful we can get here?
Sorry, what?
Anything more useful information we can get out of this guy, you think?
I don't know.
He's gonna stab you 10 times if you don't give us all the information.
Well, I mean,
I'm
what
gonna
more do
light
you
a
want to
fire
know?
under
They
you.
got the armor, they got the owlbear. It was just specifically designed to fight adventurers.
Are there any traps?
Oh, that would have been a really good idea.
How many of them are there exactly in the armor?
Well, there is. He's trying to count. There's probably just 4. 2 for the legs, 1 for the body, and 1 for the head.
So they're all 4 combined into one big kind of critter?
Yes.
Ultra.
Right. Created by kobolds.
Yes.
The same guys that eat bug stew.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with bug stew. If you get some
I do
good
have to agree.
spices, you put a little bit of lichen in it.
As a kobold myself, I agree.
You see, he
He's not
knows
wrong,
like.
though.
Give me another deception roll. He's having a bad day and he got hit on the head.
Throw in some chicken of the land. You know? Perfect.
Oh, 21.
Oh yeah, he definitely believes you.
Yeah.
Wow. We've readjusted his thing.
Yeah. He's like, you look really tall from this angle. Hey,
That's okay. You're upside down, waterboarded, and being tickled. Everybody looks really tall from that angle.
cut me loose. We'll have some stew, and we'll. I bet that we can get you your own armor. You won't even need anybody else to wear it.
You're the best.
So what are we gonna do with this clown? We're gonna step away and have a little conflab about what we want to do with him. So it's whether we want to leave him behind, let me vent again, or
If we want
Or-
this to be the darkest timeline, we
or
keep
stick
him
this
tied up in
scorpion
the
in his
tree,
underwear and leave him there.
and I use Druidcraft to start a fire underneath him.
I'm okay with that. Burn him at the stake.
I
kinda,
am not okay with that.
I kind of sigh as like he's like my brother now, guys. Maybe he'll
It's
help.
true. You've bonded. Do you know his name?
Yeah, totally know his name. Probably George.
Junior or what?
Probably George.
George Stinky Jr.
Yeah.
George Jr. the Third.
All right, Shiv, if you take him, you're responsible for him.
Oh, yeah. Responsibilities aren't my
Yeah, exactly.
strong suit.
You gotta feed it. You gotta have it around.
Maybe he'll be like my pet. Hey, George the Third. Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to him. Give me a
Your
second.
personal manservant.
Yeah.
Your cobalt manservant.
Yeah.
We can maybe like try and send him out first
Exactly.
before going into the.
Why are we trying to kill my newly
Let me make
adopted
this
son?
clear. Let me make this clear to you, George. I'm not a kobold. I'm a demon, or at least half of me is a demon. And I promise you that if you give us any trouble or any problems, I'm personally going to see to it that my sire, whoever created me, gets your little soul to feast on and make his own personal little bug cocktail of soup. Do we understand one another?
You don't even have to make the roll for that, but I'm going to make rolls on his behalf. He's like, if you just loosen the knot and walk away, I won't be any problems.
But I want you to come with me, George. Can you be my friend?
Are you hanging out with the demon that's going to eat my soul?
I mean, technically, you're hanging out with the demon that's going to eat your soul, not me. I'm standing.
It's safer to be with me, George, than it is to make me come find you if I need you.
Exactly. I could offer you protection, George, of the taller kind.
I want you to make it can either be persuasion or deception, depending on which way you're going with this.
Oh, I'm full on trying to let him persuade him to be my friend.
Okay,
now.
make it persuasion then.
He's perfectly capable of being Shiv's manservant. I have no
Yes.
problem with that.
Yes. Not having a manservant if I.
You know what? Go ahead and make that at advantage because his option is devoured for all eternity or help you out, and he just needs to decide which one.
No!
I hate it.
These digital dice hate you. They hate
He's
you.
like,
This is why I
Look.
spend money on dice because the digital ones
Okay.
hate me.
I will lead you to the armor, and after that, you're on your own, and I get to run the other way. 5-day head start.
Fair
Alright.
enough.
But wait, there's a counter offer. If you betray your own people, they're probably gonna kill you.
Nah, they'll be okay with that because they're going to beat you with the armor. So it'll all work out in the end.
Is there any way to defeat the armor?
Well, I mean, you could, hit it very, very hard.
What else? How exactly is this armor made? I mean, it's got four.
We found a dead guy. And we took some armor off of him, but it was too big for us, so we improved it.
Yeah,
4
yeah.
kobolds in his
Yeah,
suit
that's
armor.
right.
Kobolds.
It's also an improvement.
Well, we had to make it. We had to put some contraptions in there so that we could move it all, because the legs and the arms don't really fit for us, and then we put a couple of scorpions in there, and we put we added some nice touches to it.
It's a minor feat of ingenuity to use scorpions in a suit of armor.
That's pretty smart for a kobold.
I mean, this is the Kobold Inventors, so.
How do you just get the scorpions to obey? I feel like that's the
Oh,
wrong
you got to
question.
glue them on.
Oh,
Okay.
uh,
Yeah. Are there like cracks in the armor? Are there like points of weaknesses?
Gotta be seen.
Oh no, this is completely impenetrable. There is nothing that you can do unless, of course, like you can throw magic at it, maybe, or if you can dent it, or if you can get to them before they assemble. That is sort of one of the.
Get to them before they assemble because they got to put this together and all four get in there.
Yeah, and I mean they're not very fast and they're kind of wobbly because they got to stand on top of each other. But I mean, other than that, it's completely indefeatable, indestructible. It's going to spell doom for all of the mankind. Anything that's not a dragon will just have to tremble before us.
What's the name of the guys that do the legs?
The what?
Well, someone's got to be the legs, right?
Yeah.
What are their names?
Well, I don't know. I'm not on the team. I guess whoever drew the short stall that
There,
day.
you don't know the guys are on the team?
Yeah,
Well,
George was a
they
reject.
draw straws for who gets what position.
So you're a leg one day, the head the next day?
Exactly.
Or the next day?
Because nobody wants to be the legs. That's the worst part.
Right.
Also, to work cohesively, you have to understand how all the parts work. I
In
would
theory,
assume.
if you kill a leg, it's all kind of downhill from there.
Well,
Now,
yeah,
see-
but they're already in the armor, so I mean, you're not going to be able to hurt them.
Yeah, but they're not in the armor all the time, right?
Well, no, they kind of have to carry it around and then get into it.
Right. So
Also, it's just nobody operating arms.
Well, yeah, the head has some connectors so that he can work the arms. It's run through the chest. It's all very complicated. I wouldn't expect you to understand it all.
I probably won't.
I think he just called us dumb.
No,
My
I'm not
intelligence is
calling
9.
you if he can move
Oh,
his
yeah.
fingers. He's trying to give. I'm not calling you dumb. I'm just saying that you're not like Kobold Inventor smart.
My own brother.
Oh, he's about to see a pointy thing. I started pulling out the dagger and looking at the one that's bloody from the guy I stabbed about 50 times.
I mean, it's not like it's your fault. The air's just really thin up there.
The pincushion called me stupid too. How'd that work out for him?
Well, he's trying to twist around so he can see him, and like if you saw Thor Ragnarok, where he's like slowly like hold on, oh,
Yeah.
yes.
Yep.
Mhm.
You know,
Not so dumb anymore, are we?
really nice.
Well, it's not like I can show you a diagram of how it works.
You probably could.
I mean,
I mean,
no,
if
he's
you-
not on the team.
you
Remember?
untie me, then
He
I
doesn't
can draw you
know.
a diagram.
I just say we get up there, we kill one of the leg guys, and that's that.
George, why
I'm
don't you
down.
hang out here for a little bit, and we'll come
We'll
back.
come back and untie you when we get a chance.
Scout honor as I raise my left hand.
But you're gonna die, and then I'm gonna be
Yeah,
stuck
all
here.
Let's
We're
stick
gonna
a
be
cock in his mouth.
you
Foot off of the dead guy and stick that in his mouth.
guys are cruel. That's
I'm
all I
just gonna
can
mage hand
say.
tickle him to put him in a
I'm a
better mood.
tiefling demon. What do you want?
Oh,
I'm gonna mage hand tickle him to put him in a better mood.
that is actually not putting him in a good mood at all. That
well,
is-
I tried.
There it
Yeah.
is.
it may be a hot day, so I'm gonna change the rain to snow.
you know what? Just
I like your thinking on that.
Look at that. We're so nice.
Yeah.
He's got water.
Oh no way!
Yes.
That
I
is-
forgot about this when you said you was making it rain.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Like, so now he's starting to shiver.
George, you're gonna be okay. You're gonna be fine. Everything. You're the third, George. You're fine. You're good.
Just remember what I said, George. Souls are tasty little snacks.
And his eyes go very wide, and he is very quiet after that.
All right. I think we need to sneak up on the rest of these kobolds. I don't think we trust George to take us there without betraying us.
I convince them I'm one of them, and they give me the all armor, then we kill them.
That works for me fine. I can't wear armor anyways.
Okay. Since you're going to sneak up on them, I want everybody to give me stealth checks.
Oh god.
Oh God. Let's
Yeah.
let's roll.
Oh my god.
How to
Okay.
kill my PC characters. Let me roll.
No,
Okay.
it's not happened.
No, you didn't. You so did not roll a one again.
Oh.
This is
James
why I have
is-
so many.
Despite the
NPC
one, though, you're
characters.
fading from reality. So, okay. So, two of you are able to walk along relatively well. Another one is just like, who put all these bugs in nature?
It's
Getting
the trees.
smacked
It's the
by
trees.
every tree. And let me just check to see for a few guys.
Oops.
Okay. So you let me turn snow off, and so as you're making your way out. I don't know. Oh, okay. These are you guys. Oh, I haven't seen you guys on the 2D map before, so
Oh, that's
Steve.
pretty neat.
yeah.
So,
So
I'm
you-
pretty impressed with that.
I'll make your way from here on the map. And because they were able to hear one of you coming, you see as a collection of kobolds says, team, assemble! And then they begin to hop on top of each other. And now you see this about 5-foot set of armor, which is kind of wobbly. And it has an odd collection of things attached to it, sort of what you saw with George Jr. the Third. And he's like,
I'm a kobold. Hold on.
make a deception check.
I gotta try.
Yeah,
All right. So
I will let you make the check again.
this one will be a 2.
Oh God.
And
Hey, it's a 20.
Okay,
Yeah.
it's like,
Hey, I'm a kobold.
okay, then
Wow.
join us, brother, as we defend our spoils that we legally and rightfully obtained.
Who has the control rod for the owlbear?
I do.
Is the owlbear anywhere around?
Yes, you can see it. They've kept it in this broken down tower over here. Oh, you get. I'm using my icon like you can see
Right.
it.
Right.
Yeah,
Stop here.
yeah. But yes, you
And
can
we're
make it out
try,
there.
try
We're
alt left
between them and the
clicking.
owlbear, or we're up there right in front of them.
You are at the entry point.
So we're right there in front of them.
Yeah. So they're in front of the owl. Like if you were trying to come
We're
for the
between
owlbear,
us and the owlbear.
yes.
I would
But
like to
they
try to
walk at like
convince-
10 feet per round because, it's like got to step, get their balance, shift. There's a lot of grumbling.
In their armor right now. They're
Yes.
all armed up, all completed.
With the sound Shiv was making, they more than got ready for you.
Yeah, but I'm trying to make up for it, guys. Don't you worry.
I will say that their whole assembly process was very dramatic as they go huh and jump on top of one another. But now that they're all assembled, it's like, get that out of my face. Who did you not trim your nails today? It stinks down here. It doesn't smell any better up here.
Is there a way I can try to convince them to let me put the armor on to fight for them?
Okay, it will be a very difficult thing, but I will let you make the check at disadvantage.
That would be a persuasion.
Yes, they already think you're one of them.
Oh, I rolled weird. Hold on.
Okay, well, all right.
So we
At
got.
disadvantage, you gotta roll it again.
Yeah, let me roll
Yeah.
again real fast. Come on, 16
20.
or something.
Come on, 20. Nope.
Oh, so 15 with this. Oh no, 14 with
14.
disadvantage.
It's like,
Yeah.
look, we're already in here, and it's adjusted. It's not adjusted for someone your size. Well, but after we beat these guys and we take the kobold back to the lair, we will make sure to find you some armor, and we will enhance it with stingers and all the other cool stuff.
I'm just gonna cast sleep on them.
Okay, cast sleep.
Yep, I'm casting sleep. They're within like 90 feet, right?
I believe so. Yes.
Let's see how well you work when your leg goes to sleep.
All right.
Yeah, they're 47 feet away from me.
So they need to what? They need to roll saving throws.
I think the way sleep
5d8.
works.
I roll 5d8, and that's how many hit points a creature.
Yes.
Yes.
Get it.
And then it starts to add up, and
Oh, so it doesn't roll. That's interesting. So I just. Oh, there we go.
Okay.
5d8 plus.
what's the total here?
27.
27. Okay.
So 27 hit points of them are now asleep.
Oh, that actually works out so well. So yeah, suddenly it drops down to the knees, and then you hear a whole lot of crowds like, "Ah!" And it's like, what? No, get them up there. So there's a lot of clatter, a lot of noise. They switch back to Draconic, so I don't have to try to talk for 3 conscious beings. You guys definitely have. There's no point in rolling an initiative right now because you guys got the advantage.
So now that they're on the ground, let's deal with this and separate these little clowns. Go
I was
up.
gonna say, while they're on the ground, we can just go and
The owlbear.
try and
and
Yeah,
activate
because
the owlbear.
the upper
Yeah.
section is still awake. They're just
All right,
very
work
disoriented.
the owlbear then. That's what I say. You just sleep one leg and the whole thing falls down. So
I didn't think that would work. I never thought about that. I've never had anybody use sleep actually.
Yeah, sleep is good lower level.
I will say I've used these guys before, and I had somebody cast Banish on them. One of them in the middle of their assembly
what
process.
Vanish?
Nice.
That's funny.
All right.
So let's activate the owlbear and get out of here.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the owlbear enclosure,
Okay.
kind of grab the control rod and just like raise it in the air towards it, I guess.
Yeah. Now, what do you want to do? Okay, yeah, I don't remember. I was going to wait and tell you. Okay, what command do you want to give the owlbear?
Follow me.
Um, honestly, yeah. Or would it be like a kill these kobolds? Like,
I like that one. I'm okay with it.
Guys, they're my brothers. Listen,
they are
let's
your
talk.
brothers.
So make an animal handling check with advantage.
I'm probably adding this stick shivs relatives with a pointy thing.
I think the actual command I will go with is defend me.
Okay.
It's definitely a better.
Because if death is involved, that's an accident. That's a byproduct.
Yeah.
What am I rolling?
Animal handling with advantage.
With advantage. Well.
Never mind. You got it.
Yeah, I think we're good on that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So as you walk up, you raise the control rod, and you say, "Defend me." The owlbear immediately locks on eyes with you, and you know this owlbear will do whatever you tell it to do, as long as you're the one with the rod, at least.
All right.
So
Let's just make it clear to the kobolds that they need to stay there. Well, here's the question: do we want this armor?
It could be nice armor. Does anybody need? I just have leather.
Same.
yeah,
I
this
was gonna see if
this
I could
is
convince them to
a
upgrade me.
mismatched plate armor, and it is not well made, but it is clear they just took it off somebody who was dead already, and made some
wouldn't have use
modifications
for
to it.
So it's a hot mess.
Yeah.
Could
Okay,
always sell it.
I'll just make it really clear to them. Stay there, lay there, and don't make me have this owlbear eat your eyeballs out.
Make an intimidation with advantage, because I just want to see how scared they are.
$22.
There it is.
22 and a 9, so 22.
Okay, so while it's in the process of standing up, you could see that one of the hands had like a pot that it was starting to raise, and then you say that, and it just slowly lowers the hand, lays down.
Good thinking.
Ooh. It's like,
All right, let's take the owlbear home.
okay.
Now the question is, do we really want to sell this, give this owlbear back for the sake of 300 gold? I mean, you are very tight now.
Is there any items, like any supplies in their encampment where the owlbear was, like search-wise?
Sure, give me a quick investigation check.
See if we can pick up any more items.
I just love the visual of like an owlbear towering behind just a green tiefling holding a rod. Like, just...
Yeah.
I like the idea of the fact that the kobold.
Oh my good lord!
Did you roll 1 again? No, a 2 this time.
No, I rolled it out.
It was a 1.
It was a 1.
Oh, man, you have terrible luck.
Digital dice to me. Just...
The RNG gods are not in your favor.
Yeah. All right. Most of what they had was already half-eaten supplies. So yeah, they were definitely just counting on the fact that they had already gotten their prize, and they were, this was the advanced team that was trying to get it back to home right quick. So all they have is the what is connected to their armor.
I don't feel a burning need to kill them at the moment.
Wait, guys, I didn't even think about persuading them that I'm their new leader.
Feel free. They're all kind of casually paying attention now.
Hey, guys, I'm a kobold, and I've been selected by the god of kobolds to be your leader.
All right, this has to be another check. So
can I make the owlbear roar behind him?
Oh my god!
Like...
Yes.
You get you get advantage on your deception check because the owlbear with the metal beak just gave a roar at that exact moment.
Let's see. There's one roll, and you said with advantage.
Yes.
Yep.
So let's see.
Got a chance. Got a chance.
18. Looks like.
All
Yeah,
right.
18.
Just doing checks for all of them. All right, so you hear a little bit of, talking back and muffled talking back and forth behind under the armor, and it's like, oh hell, tall, bald.
Yes.
We'll work on the
Tall,
name.
Tall ball.
There you go.
Kotal.
Your own personal little army of kobolds.
Yes.
It's your problem, though.
That's okay. I got like 5 little minions. That's a bard's life. I've got my own little people now.
Yes. So if you allow them, they will wake up their legs, and you now have the anti-adventuring armor team at your disposal.
Yes. All right.
They have to keep up though, and they're really slow.
They'll make do.
We're
Yeah.
getting
They're just running along behind you with the holding up their respective pieces of armor.
Oh, that's... Do we go back to George? Oh no. We
George?
should go to
You
George.
really want George too? The 18's not enough for you?
Yeah, no, George is
I
okay.
feel like George is going to ruin the whole.
Yeah, I think
I'm
so.
the
6
god
is
of
a
the
crowd.
kobolds.
You're right.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right.
Leave George tied to the tree with a foot in his mouth.
That's you know what? Absolutely. All right, let's
We'll come back later and play with George.
yeah, George is
I'll
our
swing
torturer.
back later to play with George. By
You'll
myself.
just come back. You'll take care of George.
You come back, there's just a snow mound.
Just a mound of
George
snow.
the snowman. I bring 2 loaves of fuel and a carrot.
I'm going to say I did just make the roll for George, and he does manage to eventually get out of the rope. So as you're making your way back, he has ran for it. You can see where the broken cage is still there, so he didn't get Stinky back. But
George not found.
oh,
He's
All
George of the jungle now.
I'll let the druid deal with Stinky.
yeah.
Val can deal with Stinky. Let's take the owlbear back to the bar and get him sold and get our dough.
Yes. Sounds good. Guys, that was fun. Good game, and I slap them both on the butt.
Oh, well, guys, yeah, that does wrap up the adventure. You guys actually you found. I love when people find creative solutions because you managed to talk the team into working for you. So yeah, you bring the owlbear back to Bugger, and he is going to be your best friend now, and he will hook you up with cool things in the future. Right now, he's got to figure out how to put a flamethrower into an owlbear, and that's going to keep him busy for a few weeks.
Maybe we can
Take
put
the
that.
hint from
You know
dragons.
what, Shiv? Why don't we have him put the flamethrower in the armor?
That's pretty cool, actually.
That would
Okay.
Oh, he's going to have fun with the armor.
And then if it goes wrong, it's nothing to do with us. We don't get blown up.
True.
Kobolds get blown up.
Oh yeah, where they had the skunk inside of one of the gauntlets, he'll just put in some alchemist fire with a spray projector. He's got plans for it.
And this is how a bard became a what's that class called? Crap.
Artificer.
Yeah, artificer. This is the bard transition in artificer. There you go.
Before I give the control rod back, I just whisper to the owlbear, like, never trust a goblin. And then just like...
Well, I would say that would work, except that this is now more golem and less, living creature. But
darn it.
the idea is still very good.
I try and imprint it really hard.
Do an animal handling check while you have the rod. That's
Okay.
because maybe the adventure will last a few minutes longer.
No, it was
Oh.
almost a 20 again.
It's all about it.
Okay.
13's still pretty good.
So yeah, you hand Bugger back the rod, and the owlbear will go to its normal resting place without going wild at the last minute, which would have been a fun twist on the ending. But
It'd be bad for Bugger because we're not giving him that rod till we've got the gold. So if the owlbear goes nuts, we're out of there.
no, it's an even trade over. He'll hand you the gold in exchange for the rod, and then he's like, all the things I can do with the armor now. And he's already like getting the Cobalt Adventures like, okay, guys, get over there, start getting parts. We're gonna ramp this thing up. It needs rocket boosters on the feet. So,
We somehow end up going into business.
Right?
oh yeah, if you want to invest in Teens Constructs, a subdivision of Bugger Explosives Emporium, go right ahead.
This explosive.
Well, guys, this was a little bit shorter than what I initially planned, but then again, I had sort of planned for about 6 people. And you guys found a really, really fun way of just terrorizing all these kobolds. Having a tiefling warlock who's like, all right, guys, this is how it's going to be, really cuts down on the combat.
Yeah.
They just added that extra element that needed to be there.
Yeah. Oh, no, it was perfect. I loved it.
It's the perfect good cop, bad cop. You got the Tieflin Warlock, and then you got the Tieflin Bard that's just like, listen, it's going to be okay.
no,
Yeah,
you
good
mean
cop, bad cop.
Not-
you mean the 6-foot kobold bard?
Yeah, the Cobalt Bard is a giant Cobalt Bard.
I'm just taller, guys. My parents.
I had really good nutrition growing up, and look, I drink my milk, and now
I ate
Good
more
habit.
than bugs.
Drink your milk.
Wheaties, Wheaties.
I ate more than milk, bugs.
yeah.
It's pretty good.
Well, guys, I hope you enjoyed this adventure
that was
today.
That was fun.
Yeah, it was a blast for me to get to run this. Like I said, I love seeing how people, I love running an adventure and seeing how new people deal with it. So, but this was a lot of fun for me. And I hit streaming, not record, but fortunately I can download this for them later.
great.
So it's a good thing I don't do too much on my Twitch. Nobody's been watching this, I'm sure. But sorry about that, Kenneth. Well, no problem. But
Well,
no.
Twitch does automatically save your VOD.
Yes,
so
it will.
works out
So
as well.
I'll hit download as soon as I'm done with this. But
I think it turned out really well. I
It
was really impressed with the way the tool sets and the way the stuff worked. That
Yeah.
was pretty cool.
yeah, like I said before, I was really blown away by the 3D maps, and I love where they're taking some of these things.
Yeah, I think
So-
they're doing a great job, honestly. Yeah.
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 And anyway, you guys, like I said, I had a blast, and I also have some food that just got delivered for me a little
right.
while ago.
Perfect.
So I'm gonna go and eat that.
Appreciate it.
But
Thank you.
thank you so much for joining me today. And I know we're all in the Discord, so I will see you guys around there.
All
Oh,
right.
definitely.
Love you
Looking-
guys. Take care.
Bye.
Good
Sounds
job, guys.
good.
All right.
Have a good day.